So here we are. This is a cup I made that's been through its first firing, or as we call it, bisqued. It's been through the bisque firing. And I put some black underglaze here, and today I'm going to be inlaying a little more while I chit-chat away with my friends here that are listening. So I have this neat little fine liner that's actually pretty darn cool because it's easy to clean out after I'm done. And then we have this cup that's made. So let's see if I can do two things at one time. Anyway, so yeah, it's interesting to kind of contemplate how pottery has helped me to change how I look at things, and particularly attachments. I'm still, like most people, very attached to certain things, and it's a process to let things go, isn't it? To not allow things to bother us. Some people are really, really good at that. And you can almost guarantee that those people do not have any kind of anxiety disorder, right? Um, but for me, having grown up the way I did, anxiety is sort of part and parcel of my existence, right? Because if things weren't perfect, it was my fault. And obviously that's not something that is a healthy way to go about life, is it? So, pottery, you can do everything right and still end up with something that doesn't look right after it's fired, or sometimes even before it gets in the kiln. So you just get to this point where you let go of the need for everything to be perfect. You accept that sometimes there are happy accidents and things turn out even better than perhaps you thought they would. And I think that's something that is a great life lesson to have, that sometimes things are just beyond your control. You know, in the case of pottery, if you add 2200 degrees, there's a whole lot that can go sideways, right? Um, and that's, 2200-ish, give or take, sometimes more. That's about what we call in the business a mid-fire range. So it's about cone 6, 5, 6, somewhere in there. And that's just one of those things that you have to accept in life, is that when you add heat, things can go really well or really badly. And that's the same thing with life, isn't it? Sometimes when the heat comes, it turns out that everything's even better than you thought it could be. And sometimes, through circumstances beyond your control, it just doesn't go well at all. And you have to give yourself the same opportunity that we potters do, and that's just, okay, well, I'll just make another thing. I'll just give it another try. And I think that is possibly the healthiest way to go about life. So this cup here is for Mark Shepard, who played Crowley in Supernatural. And this is a perfect example of what I was talking about. I have made this cup several times now, and it has not worked out. And I may even end up having to do this at least once, maybe twice more, as I experiment with how best to do this. I had some issues with the glaze running in a way I did not like. So I am currently using underglaze, which is Amico, and it's the Amico Velvet series. And the black is called Ultra Black, and this red that I'm inlaying is called Bright Red. And my technique that I was working with didn't create the results that I really wanted to. So I'm going to try it this way, having bisqued this already. And then what I'm going to do is I'll give this another firing, and then I'll do a glaze firing with it. But what I think I may do too is throw another one of these, and then I will, while it's still in the leather hard stage, put the black on, cover it with wax where the design is, and then carve the design through the wax and into the cup itself, because it'll be leather hard. It'll be before it's first firing. And then inlay the red that way and see if that maybe gives me a little bit more of the effect that I want to. And then I can cover it with clear glaze. But that's it for today. So hopefully this will work out. I really love it if it did, because Mark Shepard was just fantastic. And as I've said before, I'm in the process of making cups for the cast of Supernatural. So there it is. You can follow me on Instagram, Shellhawks Creations. Follow me on Patreon. You can be a patron. Buy my things at the Etsy store, which is Etsy slash, Etsy.com/shop, Etsy.com/shop/Shellhawks Creations. And you can like and follow me here. All right? And remember, just breathe. When you get through your day, just breathe. Okay. Have a good day.